mice and roaches and other stuff that crawl that I don't want nowhere near me. Hey my lovelies, it's Brown Babydoll here, and if you don't know, well now you know. If you're wondering what my shirt is, this is my hip hop team, Mimo, that's what we're called. We just came from performing literally like 30-40 minutes ago. I'll insert the video right here. No limit to the money. Nah, I picked the gun, took a flight across the country. I took the way she told her to keep the bars coming. Get it started, get some bad ones and left the right right. Looking like they blind, but we already on it. In the left, it's a lane like that bad that she wanted. A lot of things. That was a little snippet of it, but you know, like if y'all want the like full version, let me know. I might post the full version on here. I might. That's a big might. Today's video is going to be a little story time about my roommate horror story, because as you can see, that's my bag, but her bed, everything is just gone. Just gone, feel me? So like, I mean, we never really had issues, but there were issues. So before I get into this video, give this video a like, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell to be notified every time that I post, and let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. When I first came, she was already here. She had moved in a day earlier than move-in day. And like, you know, it was me and my aunt. It was me and my aunt, my mom, and my boyfriend. And we were like moving the stuff in or whatever. From the minute we moved in, she was already giving us a look. Like she was already like, she looked, how can I put it? She looked shook. Like she looked scared. Feel me? Like I still have a paper clip in my head. We needed like a pop of red, and I had no pop of red, so I put a paper clip in my head. Oh, okay. Like, oh my god, like she didn't think I would look like that, basically. Like she was looking at all of us, and you know, it's like she anyways, when we first started moving our stuff and my stuff in and stuff, she was looking at us that way, like she was scared, and she like was just sitting there mad quiet and awkward. So, you know, I'm trying to open up to her, because my mom was like, don't be that person that just like is closed off to everybody, even though I'm usually naturally that person. So I'm trying to say hi to her. I'm like speaking to her and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, you know, like how you been? Like, why did you choose this school? Like, I'm trying to talk to her in the middle of me getting my stuff together. She was giving me like one-worded sentences. You know, when you could tell when somebody's just trying to like cut you off because somebody's trying to basically like let you know, but not actually tell you like, I don't want to speak to you. Like if I'm saying, hey, how you been? Good. And like one-worded answers and just leaving it like that. You know, you could feel the tension. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna just leave you alone. Obviously you don't want to talk, and I'm not gonna force you to talk to me. While we sitting down and talking, she's still sitting there mad and uncomfortable. She goes on her phone and she starts speaking in Spanish, and she calls somebody to come or whatever. So then her boyfriend comes, calls her boyfriend down or whatever in Spanish, so none of us can understand it. Let alone just, you know, I know my boyfriend's Hispanic, so kind of understood some of the stuff she was saying or whatever. So she calls him down, and he came in, you know, just to bail her out or whatever. You could tell he came in to get her, and they went out somewhere or whatever. She basically felt uncomfortable. That's the beginning of it. Then like going towards the first month of school, she was just never in the room. Like she's never in the room. I always wanted to do like a meet my roommate or roommate tag or something like that video, but she was like never in the room. Like she always was out. So I was just like, okay, maybe like, and she told me that in the beginning, but I didn't really believe her. Like I understood the whole, she was like, oh, I'm not really gonna be in your way that much, you know, because, you know, I'm gonna be outside most of the time. But I'm thinking like it's because she had like a lot of classes and stuff. Like no, there used to be times where she wouldn't even come back to sleep in the room. I don't know where she would sleep. That's none of my business. Most likely by her boyfriend, who lives not too far from here, I guess. I was never complaining, because I was just like, I basically had a single already, so I was never complaining. If you hear any noise in the background, that's annoying kids in the hallway. Yeah, I basically had a single either way, so I wasn't really complaining. But like, you know, like it would have been cool to get the full college experience where you actually like meet your roommate and you actually like talk and spend time, you know, like, because your roommate ends up being one of your really they don't have to most likely be your close friends, but it ends up like being one of your really cool friends because like y'all already share a living space, so why not? The thing that used to get me annoyed was she would come in, if she did come in towards the night some nights, which she never told me when she was coming in or not, she would stroll in here at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning while I'm sleeping, open the door, and the door's not quiet, so like when you stick the key in and stuff like that, you can hear everything. Stroll in, unlocking the door, coming in, and she would get in her bed and then be like typing on the laptop, doing last minute homework or something like that. There was some days where I was up around 2 something, 3 o'clock in the morning, like I wasn't sleeping, but then there was other days where it's like I'm trying to sleep because I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and you strolling in here at 2 something in the morning. And then here's like the best part about it is like those times when I was up, I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend. So when she was sitting down, like after she finished typing her homework or whatever, after a good 30-40 minutes, and mine's right, it's still 3 something going out on 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on FaceTime with my boyfriend because obviously like some days I can't sleep and stuff like that. Me and him are up talking. I have my headphones in so I'm not loud, and she had the nerve to get mad every time I do it. But she's one of those people that like, she doesn't tell you, if that makes sense, when she's mad. She'll sit there and huff and puff and like mumble underneath her breath to her, and that is one of my biggest pet peeves. It's like, if you have a problem, say it. Don't turn around and mumble underneath your breath and think that because you huffing and puffing and twisting and turning and putting a pillow over your head that I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna look at you and be like, oh, what's the problem and stuff like that. No, you're grown, you're 18, something's wrong, speak up. Goodbye. When you stroll in at 2 something in the morning from coming from your boyfriend's house after not being here for like 3 or 4 days straight, you don't see me saying nothing to you. Then one night, this was so, when I say this girl was nasty, this girl was nasty. Feel me? There was one night I was on the phone and she thought I wasn't paying attention. Strolled in at 2 something, you know, in the morning or whatever. She came in after being 3 days, a whole weekend. She's by her boyfriend's house. Stood right there in that corner. She took off the panty that she had, took her Victoria's Secret spray, sprayed her beep, and then put on a new pair of panties, and then got in the bed. I am disgusted. Excuse me? I was really sitting there on some, no you did not. I know you did not just do that. Like, even if she just changed and got in the bed and then showered when she got up in the morning, like, I would have been okay with that. That's none of my business. But girl, you sprayed your beep with Victoria's Secret spray and then changed the panty and then got in the bed. So that was the second sign of this ain't gonna work, because that was disgusting as hell. And then left the panty on the ground. Then I go one weekend because my school has this free bus that goes down to Times Square. So I go home for the weekend, you know, and come back up. When I come back up, I go home to go get my TV and stuff like that, get the rest of my stuff. And she left food. Like, at my school, you can go to the dining hall. You can get to-go boxes to take some food back to your room if you don't feel like eating in the dining hall. So she takes her leftover foods and stuff like that, and she throws it all in the garbage in the room and leaves it there the whole weekend. My thing is that when I have a little garbage in here, but I don't stick food in it. I stick wrappers and stuff like that. When there's actual food still left in the container, I make sure I take it right around the corner. There's a garbage room literally right around the corner, so that the smell can smell up in the garbage room rather than in the room. Because leaving food in the room, you're just asking for mice and roaches and other stuff that crawl that I don't want nowhere near me. So I'm like, girl, like, and then I text her and I'm like, and very politely, I'm like, next time, can you not leave food sitting in it, like flies were attracting to it and stuff like that. That's another thing. She always used to leave the window open and have the blinds all the way up. So like when I'm changing, the blinds is all the way up and I have to pull them back down, and then she'll get mad because I pull them back down, because she's like, can you like leave the blinds up? And I'm like, no, because when I'm changing and my is out for people who are walking past to see, you ain't helping. She used to do a lot of little stuff like that. Like, she was one of those people that only cared for herself, like was selfish. Like, she didn't care about the fact that I'm in the room with her, and like she never wanted to be around me. She used to have food on her bed. There was stuff laying around. Everything was all over the place. Like, I just couldn't take it. When I found out she was gone, like when I came back and I realized that she was gone, it was like a happy and sad moment. It was a sad moment because, you know, it was like, oh, maybe we could have worked things out. But then it was a happy moment because it was like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I don't have to deal with that. No type of manners, no nothing. Like, she wasn't like how most roommates are, because, you know, most roommates are worse than that. But she was just like, always acted strange around me because of the type of person I was. Like, she would make a face or act different around me. I could never explain it. Like, it was constant tension whenever she was in the room. Like, constant tension. Like, it was just like, okay. Never used to speak to her. We said a couple of words and then that was it. It was always a hi, bye. Whenever she was leaving, that was it. And like, everyone would always be asking me, like, my family and stuff like that, my friends, how are you and your roommate? And I was like, I don't know, because she's never in the room, so how would I know? Like, shorty really walks in, says hi to me, sits down, does whatever she needs to do, grabs her keys, grabs a couple of clothes, sticks it in her book bag, and then walks back out. Girl, it's time for you to go. Like, it's time for you to go. So it's not this isn't like a big horror story. It was just like little stuff that she did that really, like, it was so disgusting. Like, I cannot. She was just like all over the place. Had food on the bed, leftover food sitting out for weeks. She was drooling. But anyways, she's gone. So your girl is here by herself. Oh well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Comment any other videos you guys would like from me down below. And bye, lovelies.